Hey, welcome everybody. It's Mr. Reality, and today is Memorial Day. We like to thank all of those fallen soldiers who protect our freedom and democracy and wanted to share our thoughts and prayers that are with family members commemorating the loss of their fallen heroes. Liz, how are you?
I'm so glad we're not doing Scientology today. When I saw this Tom Cruise, I'm like, we've done that. And we had a bit of a backlash from the Scientology community. But yeah, I like what you have lined up for us. I'm
All right,
good.
so earlier today in the Consciousness Transformation Technique Monday morning meditation, we were talking about happiness and how we're not allowed to have happiness. And you mentioned that you wanted to probe people that had a lot of money and find out what their approach is to happiness and if it's helping them. And I thought we could tackle that today.
All right. This will be great. I'm so excited.
So we've got Tom Cruise here first, and Tom Cruise, the leading actor in 3 million films, and he's very famous as Top Gun Maverick and Mission Impossible series and a whole bunch of other awesome stuff. He's 61 years old and looks 35. So is Tom Cruise happy?
Okay. We have to ask him this question. How do you look so young? He's had work done. He just said to me, he's had work done. Do you have a lot of work? Have you had Botox? No, he doesn't like Botox. Botox is out. I don't know if you guys have been to Hollywood lately. I've heard this a few times and he's confirming it. Botox is out. They
Okay,
don't
new
want the
thing is
unnatural.
dot dot dot.
Uh, are you a vegan? No, but he eats exceptionally healthy. Okay.
All right.
He also, what do you say? High in micronutrients. His diet is
Okay. All
very
right. I don't know
high.
what those are, but sure.
Yeah. Are you happy? Hmm. 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 Sometimes.
What role does money play in his overall happiness and well-being?
Ooh. What role does money play in your overall happiness and well, he thinks he can buy happiness. Do you believe that money can buy you happiness? Yeah, in some circumstances, absolutely, it can.
All right. I know we could do a whole probe on Tom Cruise, but I wanted to move on to Matt Damon, famous for
Oh,
300,000 films, and he's
oh,
53 years old, still looks like he's 35.
oh,
So
he's my
is Matt
favorite.
Damon happy?
He's my favorite. He is my favorite. I love Matt Damon. I don't watch a lot of TV or movies, but Matt Damon, I'll watch. I watched some movie about him being in France and he was some country bumpkin and he went to kill some people. Oh my God. And it was such a sort of, that movie was such a letdown. But just because he was in it, I guess, oh, okay. I can account for the time wasted. Um, are you happy? God, yes, he says.
Okay, what's driving his happiness?
What is driving your happiness? His wife.
What steps does he take to maintain a sense of fulfillment in his life?
What do you what steps do you take to maintain a sense of fulfillment? Family first.
And has he been with his family in previous lifetimes?
Have you been with your well, he won't know. Has he been with his wife? Yes, he and his wife are soul mates, right? They
Ah,
have been together in many, many, many lifetimes. Does she give you a hard time? No, not at all. She lets him work. She's very supportive. Um, but do you misbehave? Sometimes he says, yeah. And I'm like, are you a cheater? Mm. Matt, don't tell me that. Yes, in the past, that's happened. Did she find out? She knows. And what was the result? She didn't want to lose him.
I mean, it's
Mm.
a money train. Sure, you don't want to lose that money train. Well, thank you, Matt Damon. We could do a whole show on Matt Damon, but I wanted to move to a female as well, Anya Taylor-Joy, who I have no idea she is, but she looks very pretty, and she's apparently very wealthy. And I wanted to know, is she happy in her daily life?
Are you happy in your daily life? Absolutely not.
What's wrong?
What is wrong? Um, mm, What's wrong with you? She suffers with depression.
Can she buy happiness pills? Make her less depressed?
Right. Can you buy your happiness? No. No, she has seen therapists. She's done all kinds of therapies, alternative remedies. She says eating healthy makes her, she doesn't eat very much. Eating healthy makes her stay sort of a little bit high vibration, in a higher vibrational state, but she slips down in depression very easily. And mhm.
What would be the solution to her depression that she's feeling?
She doesn't actually know. Now, you and I know the answer to this because we do the CTT every Monday morning, right?
Right.
We know the answer to this. But she, on a personal thought, feeling, and opinion level, she does not know the answer.
All right. Let's move on to Chris Hemsworth, who I think he's Thor or something. I want to know if Thor is happy.
Well, my kids would kill me if I didn't know that. Is he? Are you? Do you play? Oh God, Chris Hemsworth. Are you happy? Yes, but he has a lot of distractions. He's also a workaholic.
What's he most passionate about in life?
What are you most passionate about in life? Himself.
Hmm. Is he happy because he has money?
Are you happy because you have money? Yes.
Are there passions that are close to his heart that are not himself?
There are passions that are close to your heart that are not yourself. He likes kids, so I don't know if he has kids.
Probably. He's
Okay, he loves his kid. Are your kids a source of happiness? He's very much like one of those people that you have to revolve around me. Okay.
ah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on the farm to Jennifer Lopez. You may be familiar with her for being very famous and very popular in the last 100 years. Jennifer Lopez, is she happy?
Are you happy? Not at the moment. No. We did a tarot card thing with her
No
yesterday.
way.
Yeah, I swear to God, isn't that synchronicity? We did. Are you happy? No. Ugh, no. What's wrong with you? I got to get out of this marriage. I knew that. Um,
Oh, trouble on
yeah,
the rocks.
yeah. Does money make you happy? She loves money. Okay. Is money your driving force? It used to be. I feel she grew up quite poor. I don't know a lot about her background, but I feel that money was driving force for her. And why? Because I didn't want to exist in poverty. Do you give a lot of money to your family? Oh, she says a whole heap of money. They're always asking me for money. I take care of them very well.
So, what are her future goals and passions, J Lo?
What are your future goals and passions? Just to create more just more content, really just becoming unstoppable. She would like to produce her own movies. Um, but she would like to own her own film company, but she needs billions and billions and billions for that. Have you thought about getting investors? No, she doesn't want any input from anybody else. She wants
How about Denzel Washington? Thank you, J Lo. We'll be back.
Denzel Washington. Are you happy? No.
Denzel Washington isn't happy. He's getting up in years. What's getting him down?
Why are you not happy? He just isn't satisfied.
What's
Uh,
the
doesn't
lack?
doesn't feel fulfilled.
He's been in like
Doesn't know what it
everything.
is. I know, but doesn't know what it is. Doesn't know where to find it. Nothing seems to make him happy. He's always struggled with depression and anxiety. What about acting? Did that? I mean, that was a temporary reliever, and he enjoyed it. But now he feels sad. I feel the sadness coming from him. Do you feel like you're just sort of over it? You're retired? Oh, he's well out of the game, he says. He says, I'm well out of it. Do you get contacted for roles? No, not so much, but I don't feel like he's bothered about it either. Um, so what do you think would make you happy? He has no idea.
Does the joy of being on stage make him happy?
Is the joy of being on stage make you happy? Yes, for a little while.
All
Oh
right,
God.
Denzel, let's talk to The Rock. You may be familiar with Dwayne, whose middle name is The Rock Johnson. He's been in films and everything from Jumanji to Jumanji 2. And I wanted to ask Dwayne The Rock Johnson, is he happy?
Not to mention everybody hates his guts out in Hawaii, right? Okay. Let's ask. We should ask Oprah. Are you happy? No.
Why not? You're The Rock.
Why not? You're the Rock. He's sad. Why are you sad? Is it something going on in your personal life at the moment? No. Again, another one is always felt unfulfilled. What about money? Does money make you happy? Money can help make you happy, but it's not the be all and end all, he says.
Wow. What drives The Rock to continue working even after reaching such success?
What drives you to continue working? He feels obligated. He feels like he's a role model for children, and he feels obligated. He likes that. He likes being a role model. He wants to give something, children, something positive to look up to, and he believes he's that person.
Does he have any fear or anxiety related to his success or to money?
Do you have any fear or anxiety related to money? Yeah, sometimes he managing it is an issue.
What are some passionate projects The Rock would like to give money to
What are
besides the Mr. Reality Charity Fund?
what are you're so funny. What are some passionate projects? He likes children. He wants I feel like his childhood was not easy. I feel like he was lost. He didn't have a lot of role models. His life was, he always wanted someone to look up to. And he wants to be that inspiration, but he doesn't want to just throw money at a problem. Okay? He wants to throw money into something that gives children inspiration to help others, help themselves, make something of themselves.
Let's bring in Scarlett Johansson, who recently sued OpenAI for using her voice in their OpenAI, and ask her, is she happy?
Are you happy? She is.
Has she ever explored the idea of reincarnation?
Have you ever explored the idea of reincarnation? Not too much, no.
What is she doing with her money that brings her fulfillment?
What are you doing with your money that brings you fulfillment? She likes the lifestyle. She likes clothes. She likes makeup. She likes hair. She likes being able to look her best. Money comes in very easy to her. She says there's always money flowing in.
Does
I
she
feel
use any
she's.
magical techniques to make money?
Do you use any magical techniques to make money? No, just her beauty. And she knows that.
All right, let's see who else is here. Rihanna, worth
Yeah.
$1.7 billion. Is Rihanna happy with her money?
Are you happy with your money? It's like she just says like it's just money.
Okay, if she doesn't want it, she could again donate to dot dot dot. Is she
Right.
happy, satisfied?
Are you satisfied? I think she's kind of over it. Like money's just money, right? I'm getting that very strongly. Life is much more fulfilling than just money. I mean, money, she's not bothered by it. She's not phased by it. Do you spend a lot of money? Oh, yes, she does. She spends a lot of money. Do you feel like you constantly have to work to create money? No. I feel like she's over it. Are you getting to the end of your career? She's kind of at this point, as we're tapping into her today, her own personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions are, yeah, I'm kind of done with this. I've made my money. I've got enough in life. I
I
just want to
guess
live my life and be happy.
the halftime show is your swan song. How does she define happiness?
How do you define happiness? Through her children.
Ah, family life matters again. How
Mm.
about another icon, Beyonce? Worth, I think that's low, but let's ask Beyonce if she is happy.
Are you happy? Yes, she is overall, but she's had a difficult time. But she feels like she's happy. I would say content more than happy.
Are there any hobbies from her childhood that she still engages in that still bring her joy?
Are there any hobbies from your childhood that you still engage in that bring you joy? Singing. I mean, that was her hobby. What
She's good
about
at
any?
that.
Yes, she is. What about anything else? Anything else from your? No, not really. I mean, she just sang all her life. Music was her life when she was little.
Are there any traits that she feels people need to have to be successful?
Are there any traits that you feel that people need to have to be successful? Yes. And she actually believes you need money to be successful. Why did you just say that to me? Because money makes money, right? You can't, she's like, you don't go from broke to being this wealthy without having money, spending money, improving yourself to make more money. She's all about self improvement, making better versions of herself, reinventing herself. I'm getting that so strongly. She likes that. She likes to be a better version. She likes to keep moving forward. She doesn't like to stay in one place too long, but you need money to do that. And that's the satisfaction that money has given to her, that she can explore different avenues of the self.
What other avenues of herself has she unlocked with money?
What avenues have you with money? So she's quite a spiritual person, you know.
I don't
Um,
know. We don't talk much anymore.
well, that's a shame. She's very spiritual, extremely so. Always sort of meditating. She does a lot of meditation, a lot of trying to connect with her soul, a lot of work. I feel like, have you done hypnotherapy? She's done hypnotherapy. She does a lot of alternative medicine. She's very spiritual.
Let's go into some lesser known people. Thank you. This is a fellow here. His name is Spanish billionaire retailer Zara Armancia Ortega. He's worth $77 billion. He doesn't look happy in that picture, but I guess he's got horses, I can assume. Is Zara Armancia Ortega happy with life?
Are you happy with life? No.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? He's got health issues. So
Okay.
that's getting him down. Would you say, with all this money that you have, what is more important, money or health? Health. Absolutely health. Were you chasing money all your life? Yes, he's very driven to make money. Very driven.
And his money brought him happiness.
Did your money buy you bring you happiness? Yes, it did. In a lot of ways, yes. I feel like he had a lot of women. I feel like he had a lot of glitz and glamour around him. He likes expensive, exquisite things. He has very high taste. He was able to take care of a lot of people that were close to him. He enjoys that. He enjoys luxuries.
All right, let's see. Uh, I don't know that guy. We're not going to talk to that guy. I wondered if we could move into people that are no longer living. And this is Mansa Musa, who was the king of the Mali Empire in Timbuktu, who had immeasurable wealth in 1280 to 1357, is can we get Musa around to chat with us now in spirit?
Yes, but he's had many reincarnations since this.
I would hope so. King Mansa, how are you, sir?
Great.
How did money change your karmic path?
I didn't want. Did money change your karmic path? It did. He was very powerful, and he used money as a tool to be powerful.
And in your subsequent lives, have you incarnated also as someone with money, or have you not? What have you incarnated as since then?
Have you had loads of money in your incarnations? No, that was his most fulfilling, financially fulfilling lifetime. But he was very bad. I'm getting this so strongly. He was quite evil. And the reason he was quite evil is because he had the money to do so. He had the money to hurt people, he had the money to direct people to do things that he wanted them to do. And he says people were suckers. People still are suckers for money. They'll do anything for a dollar.
In his land, right. So the subsequent lives that he's had over the last 700 or so years, what have those lives been like? And how many has he had?
Uh, four, just four, four lifetimes since then.
That's
And
it.
yeah, that's it. Why so little? Because he's trying to figure out how to fix this. And I'm saying, what do you mean you're trying to figure out how to fix this? And he's saying to me, he's got an issue with self-love. Even with all the money in the world, he never found his self-love. He's saying that the money actually caused a more of a separation between the consciousness and the soul.
Wow. That was an interesting approach from beyond. And so this is he incarnated presently?
No.
How many lifetimes did he have before he became King Mansa Musa?
How many lifetimes did you have before you came? Ooh, several hundred. How many? So overall, 5 or 600. But I'm saying how many of those were human? About two to 300 human.
And how do you get in line to be a king? Is it just up on the job board up there?
Oh my God. Is it just on the job board? No, you have to be chosen and you have to be very privileged. And you have to show that you're going to be responsible with that level of power, which he totally was not.
All right, I wonder if we could move on to Genghis Khan, who I've wanted to do a full series on a lot of times. We'll get to it eventually, but if we could bring in the energy of Genghis Khan and ask the same questions of him.
How are you? Ooh, he's not happy that we're referring to him in this lifetime. He says he hated this lifetime as Khan. He's not one of his favorite lifetimes at all. He was a very mean and evil person, and
Yes, killed a lot of people.
he learned a lot of. That was where he developed his self hatred, and it's something that he's still trying to fix.
How many lifetimes did he have as a human before he was Genghis Khan?
How many lifetimes did you have as a human before you were given? No, human lifetimes. About 100.
Does he feel like money is the root of all evil?
Do you feel like money is the root of all evil? No, it's a very useful tool if you know how to use it properly.
So he has no access to the money that he made as Genghis Khan. What's the lesson there?
He never wants to be that person again. That was a terrible lifetime. What's the lesson? Do you have that amount of money in your subsequent lifetimes? No, he came back very poor. Um, in fact, I feel like he came back into a governmental system of oppression where he was actually tortured and beaten, as the flip side of the coin, right? So that's a very typical thing for past lives where we do one thing in one lifetime, and in the next lifetime or somewhere down the road we become the complete opposite. So we're either the victim, the perpetrator, or the witness. And he became the victim. So he could feel how he treated others in that previous lifetime. He actually died from his injuries, from being tortured.
And so, does he feel that money can be used both for good and for bad? And what fulfillment did it give him in his life as Genghis Khan?
What fulfillment did money get? Well, it could buy him power. He liked the power aspect of it, the control, the fact that he could control humans. This is very similar to the other lifetime, right? That the other person we connected with. He likes to be able to control people with money. They'll do whatever you want them to do because they're so desperate. They have to eat too. They have to feed their families, and when people are at a point of desperation, they'll do anything for money.
How much time does he have to spend making amends for all the killing that he's responsible for as Genghis Khan?
Lifetimes would you have? He's got many lifetimes of karmic debt.
Oh, many is an
Yeah,
understatement of the year. How many?
500.
And when does he think he'll complete that task on our Gregorian calendar?
He doesn't know, but it's all about self hatred. And I'm saying, was it the con lifetime where you learned self hatred? No, there's always been elements of self hatred in the lifetimes, but that was the biggest one. That was where it really enveloped, right? It really exploded. And into is it if you okay? I have to ask this question. Not that I would do this, but I have to ask. If I did CTT for you and you're in the afterlife and I removed your self hatred and replaced it with self love, would that make you stop having to pay the karmic debt? Absolutely. And now he's on his hands and knees begging for me to do that. Now that's something very interesting to me.
How many
That
sessions would we need to complete before we could reverse the karmic burden of Genghis Khan?
ooh, yeah, really. How many sessions? So for him, he doesn't know. We're going to go to George, who's the creator of CTT. He says at least 25,
Okay.
which in the grand scheme of things,
That's
I could
not that
probably,
bad. Yeah, for considering all the murder, and
yeah,
stuff that you've
I
been
could
doing.
knock that out in about 2 weeks if I work diligently. And therefore, he would no longer have to repay that karmic debt. He could move forward in a life in lifetimes of self-love and happiness, right?
All right,
But
we'll find a better candidate to do this for, but it would be a great experiment if we do CTT over the summer and then meet back with them in the fall and just find out how that's shifted from their perspective. But might not be the first person to start on, so we'll try and do some behind the scenes discussions of it and find out who we could use for that. So don't come to Liz's house if you're discarnate asking for CTT sessions because she gets enough people who are living doing that now. Are there any other passions that he had or hobbies that he had that we don't know about?
he likes art. He likes wood carvings and mosaics, and he likes artwork very much.
And so his legacy, what is he doing or what does he think about the legacy that he has created?
What do you think about the legacy? It's not a happy history. It's
No.
not how you want to be remembered.
And so did he have better aspirations before coming down into the life of Genghis Khan and things just turned, or was he there to play that karmic role as Genghis Khan?
Did you have better aspirations? No, no, that was his lifetime to really fix this self-hatred once and for all, but obviously it backfired. Well, but was killing all those people all part of the plan? It was. It was in the design. And he thought that this would fix it on a soul level, right? But unfortunately for him, he now has all this karmic debt. So a lot of times souls sign up, they sign up to do these roles and to play these parts in order that they think this is going to help them heal, but then it creates a much larger problem. And you end up being trapped with this life lesson, which is exactly what has happened here.
All right, let's see if we have anybody else we're going to bring through. We've talked to him before. That's a whole nother one. Yes, there's a whole bunch of people that I'd like to talk to about money, but I think we've exhausted the question list for now. We'll come back to this probe maybe on the Patreon side of things. If you're not a Patreon member, please go to patreon.com/remote viewing and beyond. And we appreciate your time. Thank you, Liz.
Yeah, thank you. Don't forget, Mr. Reality has a tip jar down below. Thanks for listening.